Hi, today we will talk about the thinking error called should thinking error. In this thinking error, you either blame yourself like I should have known better, I should have done better in the exam, I should have talked a little bit more in this party, or you blame other people like he should have asked me before doing this thing. Or you blame things in general, like they should have finished this road construction by now. So either you blame yourself, you blame other people, or you blame things in general. We all use should statement quite a bit. But if we are using it on a fairly regular basis and if it is affecting our relationship, our work, our day-to-day activities, then it means that we need to fix this problem. So how to fix it? First, we need to learn what is a should statement and how often we are using this should statement in our day-to-day life. And then we have to realize that using this should statement is part of our negative thinking or a cognitive distortion that we are doing it on a regular basis. Once we know what should statement is, then we need to catch it and then we need to stop it. We can also let our close friends or significant other people know that if I am using this should statement quite a bit, please let me know. And once you find out that you are using the should statement, just stop it and then take some deep breath. Be in the moment. Don't get upset. Don't think about what happened in the past, what will happen in the future. Just being in the moment. And observe your thoughts, how you are feeling and how your body is reacting to the current situation. If you are feeling tense, try to just relax yourself. Continue to do deep breathing and continues to relax yourself. Most of the time when we are having these negative thoughts, there is an unconscious hidden reason behind it. And there is a hidden reason why we think in a particular way. Let's take one example and see if there are any pros and cons of our thinking. And what does this thinking tell about ourselves? So let's look into one example, like I should have done better on this office project. So let's take this example. Let's look into that example. Do I have any advantages or pros of these thoughts? Some pros or advantages can be I will work harder the next time. I will never settle for anything less than a perfect solution. I like to get better. I also like to get promotion. And I like people to know how smart and efficient I am. Because a lot of time when we are hard on ourselves, it means that we are trying to do the best we can. We don't want to feel that we did not do the best. And we always would like to do the best we can, and that's why a lot of time we use the should statement. But are there any disadvantages of using the should statement? Sometimes when people use a lot of should statement, they are never happy with their performance. They're always tense. Sometimes it can put too much stress on myself. Sometimes I keep ruminating on things and I'm never satisfied. Even if I am getting an A in a class, if I am doing good in the project, I still feel that I could have done a little bit better and I don't feel satisfied. Even if people tell me that I am doing well, I don't think I am. And it affects my mood as I don't think I am giving my best. And because I would like to do my best, I don't want to fail. I should be doing my best and I always worry about failing. So these are some negative aspect of using the should, because it can cause some afraid of being not doing well in a project or any part of our life. Once you have the list of the advantages and disadvantages, then look at that list and think which part you believe in more. You can come up with a scale of 1 to 100. You can see what percentage you will give to the pros, what percentage you will give to the disadvantages or cons. If you feel that the advantages of the should statement are more, then you don't need to fix this problem because you don't feel there is a problem. But if you feel that the disadvantages are more, then you need to work on that. Everyone will have a different advantages and disadvantages of using the should statement. So it does not mean that if you're using should statement in one part of your life, then you just use that for advantage and disadvantages. You can come up with many should statement that you are using during the day or during the week, and just catch that, write it down, and then write the advantages and disadvantages of it. Because to change anything, first we have to agree that it needs to be changed. If you feel that should statement is helping you more, then why change? But if you feel that should statement are making things worse for you, then you will be more motivated to change. But what does the should statement tells about you? Should statement tells that you are hardworking, you always want to do your best, and you also sometimes we like to feel better when people compliment us, and we don't want to feel bad, we don't want to fail, so we work very hard. So it tells you that how much motivated of a person you are, and you always would like to do the best you can. The other thing you can do is to change your statement. You can consider changing the word should to I would prefer, or it will be nice if I could. So let's try that. Let's use this statement. I should have talked more in the morning meeting. New statement can be, it would have been nice if I would have spoken more. The advantage of this statement is that you are giving yourself permission to make mistake and permission to improve without feeling guilty. The other thing you can also do, that you can see what would you say to a friend of yours if your friend would say the same thing to you, that I should have done better in my class. You might say that you are doing your best, and I'm not saying you don't. Continue to do your best, but don't be too hard on yourself. So a lot of time when we use should statement, we don't realize that how hard we are on ourselves. But if a friend of yours will tell you that, I should know better, I should have not done this thing, then we empathize. Then we say, oh, you are doing your best, don't be too hard on yourself. So when a friend of ours says these things, then we try to be compassionate towards them, but we are not compassionate towards ourselves. And finally, accept that we all are human. We all make mistakes. Sometimes we are trying to be perfect and get upset when we make mistake and blame ourselves too much. We need to give ourselves permission that we can make mistake, and we all need to learn from our mistake. Because if we worry too much about making mistake, then we will not take any risk in our life. We all need to take calculated risk in our life. And sometimes we worry too much about making mistake because we are using those should statement. I should not have made mistake. So what happens? We are training our brain to do only things that we will do well because we are using this should statement. So our brain is trained not to take chances, because if you take chances, the chances are that you might succeed or you might fail. But if we are using this should statement all the time, we are training our brain not to take chances because we don't want to fail. It's okay to fail, and the more we fail, the more we learn. So I hope this video was helpful, and we'll talk more about some other cognitive distortion in the next video. Thanks for watching.